Welcome to Womp Rat Radio. Tonight we're talking live Secrets of the Sith, Star Wars Hunters, The Bad Batch, Boba Fett Lost Solo, and 2021's top toys. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WRRT Womp Rat Radio Tatooine.
Iceland Spaceport. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Impressive. Most impressive. You are not a Jedi yet.
The Force is what gives a Jedi his power.
I love you.
I know.
It creates us, it binds the galaxy together.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
No disintegrations.
As you wish.
Half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
This is where the fun begins.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
Don't think. Use your instincts.
This is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Ahsoka. My name is Ahsoka Tano.
Why did you come here?
Because of you and your apprentice.
You already know the truth. The belonging you seek is not behind you. It is ahead.
My name's Rex. But you'll call me Captain or Sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
They said 50 years old.
The commission was quite specific. The asset was to be terminated.
Garbage.
Whoa, hands. Slow down. Might want to quit while you're ahead.
You might want to quit while you're behind.
Can't tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only
Not
hope.
so fast. It appears I have an idiot's array.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
He doesn't like you.
Sorry.
I don't like you either.
I am Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke. You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Be worse.
It's worse.
Ranger Crest, do you copy? You have to reduce speed.
Almost there. Almost there.
Ranger Crest, do you copy?
May the Force be with you.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan knew this to be true. War's not make one great.
Thank Varric, that was close.
You were right. You were right about me.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I am Sam from Sam's Disney Diary. Joining me this week from the Solo Studios, Stan Solo. What is up, buddy? How are you?
Hello. I am amazing, but you already knew that.
I did know that, and I love your Coca. Well, no, it's from Batu. It's a Coca-Cola T-shirt, but that's pretty cool, man. I love it.
Yeah, this was a giveaway at Star Wars Celebration in 2019 in Chicago.
Man, do we want to get back to the Star Wars Celebration?
Galaxy's Edge
Nice
panel.
I like it.
This was about, I'd say like 6 months before Galaxy's Edge opened.
Right.
And it didn't tell us anything that Disney fans already knew, but I guess a lot of Star Wars fans weren't overly aware.
They're not watching Disney podcasts. They're watching Womp Rat Radios. And that's why we did this, by the way. Jason, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate that. And any of you guys joining out there. There's some cool stuff going on. And by the way, Stan, I just love being able to talk Star Wars every couple of weeks. So thank you so much for coming with me to talk Star Wars every couple of weeks.
Star Wars every day. This isn't an every couple of week thing for me.
I understand, but we can't do it every day. I mean, we got at least this long. So February 25th.
When they were handing out the shirts, short story, they had us go through these turnstiles, you know, how they do it. So before we got into the panel, they gave us a piece of paper and they said, hold on to this. You're going to need it afterwards for a promo, a gift or whatever, freebie. So after the show was over, it was in an arena. You had to go to this hotel on whatever floor. And they had this big, and they had everybody going through these, and it went quick. We were going through these turns.
Sure. I mean, well, was it all one shirt or was it like small, medium, large? Or
it was. That's the story. It was extra large only. Extra large shirts only. This woman's yelling, "There's only extra large. Don't ask for anything else. There's only extra large. Don't ask for anything else." So of course, every single guy like me had to make a joke when they got up there.
I need a medium.
I need a medium. I need a small. Of course, I said, "Do you have any extra larges left?" when I went up, they had a mountain of them.
Those people love that kind of stuff, man. That's for sure. But it's cool. I like it. And you know what? Celebration. I have tickets to the next celebration, which I got my little pin too that they sent me. When is it again? Do you recall?
August 2021.
August
2022.
It's August 22.
22.
Yeah, that sounds right.
22.
All right, so we got that to look forward to. I'll be there. Who knows what we'll get this year, but it'll be fun.
California.
In fact, it'll be fun to go live from there. We have to.
Yes. Yeah.
We definitely have to.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it.
We had a little bit of news. Happening.
We had our hotels booked, or our houses booked.
Nice
for 2020, and I got pulled underneath us, but
it does. Well, the D23 Expo, they never announced when it was going to be, and then they were able to just delay it. So I guess that worked out for them.
No, the D23 Expo, I think, always was supposed to be 2021.
Well, yeah, it's every other year, but they never gave an official date for 2021. Here's the first thing I do every time I go to an expo. I flip to the last page of the pamphlet or the book, and I look for the next one. When's it going to be? Because you got to book then 2 years ahead of time, right? Or at least circle it so that you can book it 365 days out.
The end of Chicago in 2019, they announced at the closing ceremonies that it's going to be in
Anaheim.
In Anaheim 2020. Of course,
that was Star Wars Celebration. Yes,
the Star Wars Celebration. That didn't happen. D23 Expo, they never announced anything until
they never did.
But it's always every other year. So the last one
was always on the odd years. Now we're on the even years, so that's fine. But we will definitely be at
doing the flip flop celebration
that's
1 year.
Right, that messes it up now, doesn't it?
So that
puts a lot on Lucas on what to announce because these panels are where we hear all the big things, right? It's where they announce the movies, the big presentations, and
yeah. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to going somewhere.
Oh, yeah. All right. Until then, we got books that we can read, is what it really feels like, dude.
Sure.
Here's a new one. I don't know if you saw this. Secrets of the Sith, which is a children's book. It's a young reader's book.
Does it come in an audio tape?
They say that Emperor Palpatine is serving as the narrator. And as it says there, like an artifact found in the Sith temple, it's filled with elements that some may consider unnatural. I'm kind of interested in this, but the fact that it was a kid's book made me go like, well, maybe it's not going to be anything really revealing.
Yeah. Is it going to be
I love the cover.
Or is it just like replacing, like retelling canon?
I'm not sure. Do not know. But the fact that it's interactive features, pop-ups, booklets, lift and flip tabs. I don't think we're going to learn anything big here. I was hoping when I first saw it.
Often the young readers' books are just retellings of the stories we already know.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes maybe from a different perspective.
Yeah. So the secret
Obi-Wan quote
are secrets if you're 8. But for you and me, we probably know them already.
True. But I love that cover, dude. Look at the cover. Awesome. You got the top of it's Kylo, the Emperor, and Snoke. Then you got Asajj Ventress there. You got both Darth Maul and Savage are both there. Mm-hmm. Then Count Dooku and Vader. That's pretty much all of them. All the good ones, anyway.
Well, they're missing. Well, I guess he wasn't really a Sith. With all the robot with all the lightsabers.
Oh, General Grievous.
Yeah. He's already a Sith, though. He wasn't really a Force user.
Yeah, but this puts you more in the current era, I guess. I don't know. It's cool anyway. Look at it.
Yeah.
I don't mind a new book about the Sith anytime. And we got books, and if you're not reading a book, which there's a bunch of, because there's new High Republic books that are still coming out. We talked about that a couple shows ago.
Yeah. Have you looked into them at all?
I want to, but I haven't had the time. When I look at the videos that they're producing over at StarWars.com, it's almost like just make them a cartoon already.
Yeah, I know.
It's a story. Come up with an animated series. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I know. The videos are kind of just introducing characters, pretty much.
introducing characters and things like that, which is okay, but you're that close. Come on, just tell the story.
I have a friend that's reading them, and he says that he read the first one, and he got the comic book, and he says that he's having a hard time relating to the characters because he's just not in. He's an OT guy, and he's just not into those characters. But he's trying to. He's going to stick with it. He's going to keep reading them.
Yeah, I mean, when's Yoda's going to show up? Then we're in the OT. So
that's what he said. The comic book Yoda shows up, and then now we're finally something that he can relate to.
That's cool. That's really good. All right. So if you're not, well, for me, one of the reasons why I don't have time to read is because I spend a lot of time playing video games. To be honest. Whether it's Star Wars related games or not, which, by the way, I do play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes all the time, which is a huge game out there. And I'm sure we have some people watching to play that. Star Wars Hunters is a brand new game that is coming out soon.
I know Jason's he's a gamer. He's watching. There's one he's been playing for years. One particular game.
Well, that's and that's Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I've been playing for multiple years, and I'm invested in it further than I'd like to be, which makes it hard to disconnect. But I have a trailer for Hunters, which is both a Nintendo Switch and iOS/Android game. So it is a mobile game.
We have a Switch in the house.
Oh, okay. So it's an arena style game. Some old school.
Yeah. Palace,
Looks like the Rancor pit.
Yeah. Oh, that's looking good.
It looks good. An arena game. It looks like Geonosis in Arena, right?
Yeah.
I look at that and I say, okay, that's pretty cool. I don't mind that.
I'm thinking that's Tatooine and that's Jabba's palace, is it not?
It might be, or is it Geonosa when they had the pit in episode 1 when they put Anakin? Those two things. My mind went to both of those.
Yeah, Jabba's palace has a stairway too, which this did not. So I think you're right.
Well, but it's a cool arena to have stuff in. So yeah.
And I'm sure they'll have different arenas throughout the show or throughout the game.
And I see it as level up your character. Do something, get him a little more bulkier. I like seeing the Garminian guard there. That's kind of cool.
So one of those guys to be in your Star Wars style, basically, is what it is, I guess.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's
I think that might have been the last game I played. Was when Mortal Kombat first came out on was it 64?
So take that. You know what? You mentioned something, Stan, that I look at all the time. There are so many games that they've just sort of taken the concept of a game and put Star Wars skin on it. In other words, put Star Wars characters inside of a game that already exists or a game engine that exists, and it takes off.
Yeah,
it really does. Because the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that I just mentioned that I play all the time, there's a Star Trek version, there's a Looney Tunes version, there's a Marvel version. It's really the same concept in the game where you level your characters up and you fight against somebody else and you level them up and you fight against somebody else and you pay money to get these gear things, and that's how they make the money, right? It's a free download. Don't be fooled. You'll be spending money before you.
Yeah.
So we got some new games. That's cool. There's also a new virtual pinball game, which I'm kind of interested in.
Okay.
We got a whole nother show on virtual pinballs and things like that. Another thing we got is a date. May the 4th is a big day, right?
Yes.
May the 4th be with you. I love that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned that the Bad Batch, which we talked about in Disney Investor Day, is coming out on May the 4th.
I'm so looking forward to this.
Absolutely.
They left Clone Wars with everybody wanting more.
They did. And this was part of it, right? So Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 1 is when they introduced the Bad Batch. And in fact, let me... now,
when you first heard about the Bad Batch, were you like me and kind of went, I don't know about this? And then you ended up...
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. I went, oh, man, this is going to...
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's see what happens here. But the Bad Batch, so for those that don't know, if you go to, which I'm sure you do, Disney Plus, head to the Clone Wars, and in the final season, Season 7, the first 4 episodes are the story arc that follows the Bad Batch. We get introduced to the Bad Batch in the first season. Then there's some interesting things with the clone trooper Echo that you may have known from previous of installments of the Clone Wars, which kind of brings it full circle. But it's a pretty cool story arc, and definitely something I recommend watching.
Yeah, for sure. If you haven't, I mean, if you're a Star Wars fan, you have to watch that.
If you have Disney Plus, yeah, because you can look at these three. And here's what I liked about season 7. There's really 3 story arcs, and the first one is the first 4 episodes, and you can watch those straight through 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
and it's a one storyline, and look, they're each 27 minutes, so that's almost that's 90 minutes, almost 2 hours worth of content.
Yeah, I want to rewatch those before May 4th.
And I think so too, because the Bad Batch is going to pick up with exactly those guys.
Yeah.
The other thing you have here, which we'll get back to later with Ed and Jimmy, is the other story arcs that happen here within season 7, which is the twins that Ahsoka meets. You see right here that there's some characters from Mandalorian in there. That's Bo-Katan. And then the way this thing wraps up is just phenomenal. And we'll talk about that another day. But the way that they tied some things together, it was good.
With the twins, that was kind of a filler, I felt.
I kind of thought that. I don't know if they're going to come back somewhere else, but the first 4 and the last 4, I mean, look, Darth Maul is right there in season 10. I'm not going to say anything about it, but if you have not seen this, go and watch it because it's good.
Yeah, I know. I was so excited to get Ahsoka back, and then the stories were kind of like, wow, okay, it's great to have Ahsoka back, but do we need these twins with them? And
there had to be something going on there.
Yeah.
And you know what? The characters are all intertwined. So,
yeah.
So with that, let's take a look at the trailer for Bad Batch.
They call themselves the Bad Batch.
It's pretty cool.
The Republic will be reorganized into the First Galactic Empire!
This is good.
That was quite an impressive display.
I love that burning of the logo.
Yeah, the Clone Wars logo burns, and it's a Bad Batch logo.
Like Jason says, I'm so excited for this. Jason's in the chat.
You know what? You're absolutely right, dude. Jason, I completely agree with you. It's awesome. I can't wait to see how they position this whole thing, because Grand Moff Tarkin was right there in this whole thing. Which to me is like, holy cow, what's happening here, right? So you see the Emperor declaring you think he's going to say First Order, but then he says First Galactic Empire, which puts you right in the time frame of when this is happening, right? Yeah. This is where Order 66 just happened in a lot of these cases, and in fact, the Bad Batch is still there. They didn't turn into stormtroopers because they don't have the chip because of the whole Bad Batch thing, and it's an interesting segue for certain.
And then Echo had his removed.
Echo had his removed. So actually, let's go back to him real quick, because if you look, this is the Bad Batch. So when it starts, there's 4 of them in that first episode, Clone Wars season 7, episode 1. Hunter is sort of the leader, right? Is that what you call him? The leader, sort of the organizer, the scout, I guess is what I'd say.
The sensible head of the operation.
yeah. Almost the leader of it. Then you got Wrecker, who's the body. He's the brawn, right? He's the muscle of the group, because every group needs muscle. And by the way, they're all somehow genetically altered to give them almost a superpower.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, Stan?
Who's the muscle in our group?
That's a good question. Who's the muscle in our group? I can tell Jimmy in or Ed. I don't know.
Sure as heck isn't me. I can tell you that much.
Then you got Crosshair.
Yeah.
Who has an eyesight that's impeccable and long range sniping distance that's perfect. That's his kind of ability here, which is kind of cool. And then Tech is the guy you want when you need anything technical or need information that you really didn't know you needed. He's the guy to deliver it. They're kind of a cool crew, and that's how it starts.
Yeah, yeah.
Then as they go through this whole process of that season 7, episode 1, you saw the second episode was a distant echo, and that's where Echo winds up being a part of this process, which I think is pretty cool.
I think Echo is probably my favorite clone.
I like Fives myself.
Yeah?
Well, and if you can't, how can you not like Rex? I mean, I love Rex when they go back to when he's retired out on the barge thing. Just
Echo was kind of like the average man. Almost like Rex was like the commander in that, and
Rex was commander,
yeah. Whereas Echo, he was kind of like the average guy, and he goes a little bit nuts, but he didn't go nuts. It was his chip malfunctioning. Sorry,
yes, that's exactly.
Anybody that has
no, but that's it. That's it. Now there is one thing that I didn't share with you early on, and Jason, I think you're going to like this too. If you watch that trailer, there was one thing that I paused on in that trailer, and it was this, because if you recognize that character, that's the Bad Batch screenshot. That's a screenshot from The Mandalorian.
Good catch.
And yes, upon further review, it is indeed a younger version of Fennec, and she is playing the voice. And this is also directed by Dave Filoni. So there you go. How about that connection?
That's exciting. That's exciting for sure.
I thought that was kind of cool. So we're going to learn a little more about Fennec. If you read a little bit of it, when we first met her, it was in an episode of The Mandalorian when she was hiding on Tatooine and Mando was going to find her as a bounty, if you remember.
Yeah.
And she ends up getting injured, left for dead. Boba Fett rescues her, and that's how Mandalorian kind of heads out. So that's kind of cool. I like the connection.
Yeah, this is good. This is awesome.
And without the orange helmet of types, thought it was cool. So that is indeed in the trailer. I did a pause and a screenshot in the trailer. So we got to talk about Mandalorian then, right?
Yeah. It's all going full circle.
It is going for circle. The whole thing's supposed to go full circle. So Mandalorian, looking back now at season 2, we have all of the posters that came out individually, and there was no chapter 16 Skywalker poster, which I was hoping for, but they never released it. It didn't exist.
Okay.
In fact, the last episode was the I was going to say Director Krennic, but that's Moff Gideon. But for some reason, I saw Krennic when I looked at him. But they kind of have the same outfits, don't they?
Get the Cara Dune one while you can.
You know, I figured it would come up, and there were a whole bunch of people talking. That was 2 weeks ago, when usually we go live every other Thursday, and we didn't because there were too many other things going on. Life happens.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have no comments on that. There's nothing we could say.
Such a great character, though. Like it's
a good character. We were hoping to see that character in the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now there's somebody else. I have a feeling we're still going to see Carl Weathers' character there. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
But Stan, my segue here for The Mandalorian was all about their Golden Globe nominations.
Yeah.
How about that?
When is it announced? February 28th.
So the winners are going to be announced here in a couple. It's Sunday night live on NBC when they host the Golden Globe Awards, which is really cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We also had a clip that the American Film Institute, who does the Golden Globe, shared. Let's take a look at what the Mandalorian or Pascal had to say about that, if that's cool.
Welcome to AFI Movie Club. I'm Pedro Pascal, and I'm honored The Mandalorian has been selected as an honoree at this year's AFI Awards. Being on the set of The Mandalorian is like being placed in the very center of your childhood dreams. Everything that you end up seeing on Disney Plus is exactly what it looks like on the set. You are around the very, very best people in the industry, and you get to see people do their very best work in every department. And to be around that kind of energy of people that love so much what they do, so that when we see it as an audience, we can travel, way beyond this world and into all of these other galaxies is something that was great for our imaginations as children and is great for our imagination now. On behalf of the entire creative ensemble, I know we are proud to be recognized by AFI and proud to share our story with you today. So go to AFI.com for more stories on The Mandalorian.
Including The Mandalorian being a top 10 television show for 2020.
Worldwide.
Well, yes, worldwide.
Worldwide USA, worldwide. Yeah.
To me, that's amazing. And I love it because I'm sucked into the storytelling, right? And the adventures that we went on.
That shirt he's wearing, I want one like that, but with bacon instead of...
Oh, man, you're going to make me have to go back just to look at that shirt. Because
Yeah, and they lined up the buttons perfectly. That's an expensive shirt. That's not
so that's what you were laughing at. In the middle of that, you started laughing.
I was wearing a bacon shirt, and I thought I kind of
if we get a bacon shirt like that and somehow put like a hidden Mandalorian inside of it, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be super cool. So if you go to AFI .com, you'll find some other things, including an interview with Favreau, which is awesome. And I'm just gonna, this is about 10 minutes long, but I'm just gonna play the first 20 seconds of this because I think it's awesome.
We always knew that we connect with people who grew up with Star Wars. What we didn't count on was that their kids would also want to sit on the couch with them. And to me, that's the real gift.
Mm-hmm.
He's spot on with that, isn't he?
100%. My daughter, my wife are watching Mandalorian.
He's spot on with that. And I love that he mentioned that because he's right. And that's what made this so good. And I love The Mandalorian. And even, dude, I'll even bring up some others. Even watching WandaVision, I'm completely lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. And we bring it up. I think the beauty of what Lucasfilm did with The Mandalorian is introduced a brand new character into an environment that we were all familiar with. So nobody knew who he was or what he was. And we all discovered it together.
At the same time, they took a huge risk with that.
They did. Yes.
I mean, young Anakin in Episode 1 isn't nowhere near the most popular character in Star Wars. Not even close.
Yeah.
They bring in a young Yoda and it takes off. Like, they took a chance.
Yeah, Jason, we completely agree with you that Mandalorian deserves that best drama title. And you're right, man.
Yeah. And the
for me, it was. Well, let's put it this way. I don't think I watched any other drama on TV.
Yeah, I haven't either.
To me, I didn't turn into a drama. I turned into a Star Wars story and was overwhelmingly surprised with how it sucked me into the story content, introduced characters along the way that I knew about, but didn't necessarily know how they got there.
Mm-hmm.
All through the concept of this Mandalorian who we know nothing about and the child who, what? And pulling that out in the first episode was phenomenal and just sucked you in and made you go, wow. Although now this is all for season 2 that the award nomination is, but it's still amazing.
I think back, we were talking about Star Wars Celebration. I think back I went to that Mandalorian panel at Star Wars Celebration.
So this is before Mando came out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. This was April 2019.
So were any of the stars in that panel or was it just producers? Or?
Well, yeah. Well, Favreau was, and
nice.
Favreau was, Filoni was,
nice.
I think Pedro Pascal was. We didn't know who he was at the time. I mean,
how would you?
And Favreau was the only one that really knew. But they showed us the clip of the first episode, like 20 minutes of the first episode, basically.
Oh,
wow! I was hooked then. Just him walking through the town and
walking through the town. So they didn't show the whole episode. They never got to the.
They showed. Maybe it wasn't. Well, I'm trying to think now. So,
I'm sure you would have seen the Razor Crest, the way that thing started.
I remember him, like he goes in to see. It was a scene where he goes in to see. To get the bounty. He brings the pucks, and he's walking through town. And then the last scene where it cut, he's walking through, and you have the stormtroopers' heads, like the helmets on the spikes.
Oh, the sticks. Yeah.
So there was that, and everybody gets excited about that. And then there's the the monkey lizard on the the other one watching. That's what it ended on, and everyone laughed. And Filoni said, "I'm so glad you guys laughed at that and didn't get upset about it because we were nervous about that."
Yeah, they say that later too, which is kind of cool. I like it.
That's when they told us that they didn't have enough stormtroopers to film the final scene.
Oh, okay.
Season 1.
Yeah.
So he contacted the 501st and asked them, "Hey, are you guys available for something? You know, this is, come out to Skywalker Ranch or filming, or wherever it was that they were filming." So a bunch of the 501st guys came, and of course they had to sign affidavits that they couldn't, tell anybody or
talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they
selfie and post it on Facebook. Can't do that.
So he said that. So they had them marching like through the corridors of the studio, and then they came around onto the set, and they just freaked out when they saw the set. They knew right away that they were filming either movie or TV show or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know what, because it wasn't out yet.
Yeah, but could you imagine being in the 501st and you don't know what you're there for? You just, by the way, we're making a new series and you guys are going to be on it.
And then you start watching it and going, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, and he said like these guys, their stormtrooper costumes are screen accurate.
Yeah,
now they're screen used.
Yes, right. Which, how about that?
Value.
My outfit is now screen used. I love it, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's absolutely.
I didn't need to go on it.
No, you're fine. And I can remember at the D23 Expo before Mandalorian, they had some of the outfits there and some of the clothes and some of the props and a lot of movie posters. And all the posters were Mandalorian standing up in the sunset with the cradle next to him, the egg, right? And nobody knew what the heck that was. Yeah. We didn't know the child was in it. We just look at it and go, "What is that?" And it never crossed anybody's mind. There was like the biggest plot point of the entire series was inside that thing. It never crossed. We didn't know what it was. It's like, that's kind of cool. I don't know. What is that? His weapon? I don't know. Maybe it's a bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would have thought it was a bomb probably.
That was cool. We didn't know.
So is Grogu going to make an appearance in the Bad Batch, you reckon?
Well, no, because we're going backwards. So he should have been,
what, 25?
Well, yeah, let's think about that, because Grogu got, we don't know when, but at some point in time after Order 66, somebody takes Grogu out of the Jedi Temple and sets him up on that planet where ultimately the Mandalorian goes and gets him. I don't know if he was being rescued or what was happening, but he was there for safekeeping. And I don't know. I don't think so. I won't count on it.
Ransom or something like that is what the impression I got.
Could be.
Or they were giving to Krennic or.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what I do love, Stan, is thinking about something like that in the stories that we could come up with later about that process, right? And I got a great example of that in a comic book that's coming out soon. War of the Bounty Hunters. Okay. And here's where this takes place. And this blew my mind when I went through this. We know that at the end of The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett took Han Solo and Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt. Okay. In this comic book, Boba Fett has left with Han Solo, but lost the frozen Han Solo on his way to Jabba's palace. Okay. And Boba Fett has to get it back.
Okay.
I'm going, what? Well, wait a minute. Because we're all thinking, yeah, he put it in the cargo hold of Slave One and he flew to Jabba's palace on Tatooine and he gave it to Jabba. He got paid and he's sitting there, fat, dumb, and happy because he's got everything he needs. But something happened on the way. He didn't get there, and they shared a couple of clips here that you can see. And this looks like I forget the guy's name, Jabba's right-hand man.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna, and this other guy here in the corner looks like the Resistance dude that Kylo Ren took down. It kind of looks like that character. He throws the head on the plate and says, "Here's your spy."
Okay, yeah.
That's who it looks like. But I'm going, are you kidding me? So this comes out soon, but I need to get War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, this seems like it'd be a good one. Is it a four-part series or what is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have a feeling, like every Star Wars or Marvel comic book that I've read, that as soon as it gets good, buy the next issue. You know how it goes.
Do
right?
you buy your comics? You go to the store and get them, or do you order them online, or you get digital?
I use Marvel Unlimited on my iPad
Oh,
and
okay,
get them all downloaded there. With some exceptions, I mean, if you look up over my shoulder here is the up over that shoulder. That's the 4 that came out between. It's 4 of them that make a nice big frame up there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's after The Last Jedi, before The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
It's the events that took place. It's how does the Resistance get from this tiny little band of people that we see at the end of The Last Jedi and turn into this big Resistance type army. That's what it's all about.
That's cool.
It's cool though.
It's cool. Marvel Unlimited, does that work like Netflix? You get unlimited. You can just read whatever you want.
You can read whatever you want. I think it's $10 a month. Although I will say that the brand new ones don't hit there immediately.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how long it takes. Like this will eventually get there to Marvel Unlimited, but it's not there yet.
Okay.
But right now, all the Galaxy Edge comics are there. All the Darth Vader stuff there.
We can't get it in Canada. The Marvel Unlimited.
You cannot. Is that what you're saying?
No.
That stinks.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But you can get Star in Canada on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but it's the same as Hulu.
It's the same as Hulu.
I think it is. I don't know what Hulu has because we can't get Hulu here.
Maybe that is what it is then.
I'm sure that's what it is.
So here, this is that's Marvel Unlimited. So right, that's all the Thrawn comics that I've been
like. I have the Marvel app, and I could individually purchase Marvel comic books.
Got it.
App.
No, this gives me the digital version, so I can jump.
They're
right
like
in.
between $5 and $10 each. Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, so this is just the digital version of it where you can flip through it. And
that's how I get them now.
Oh, nice. So you just get them one at a time.
I have to get them individually. Yeah. So they're like $5 each. So that was like $40 to get the Galaxy's Edge series.
Yeah. You
know,
I get it.
I'd much rather get the Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah.
Mind you, it would probably be $20 a month in Canada if they did have it. Everything here is more expensive.
I think that this has been out there for a little while, but at StarWars.com, there are some free downloadable Zoom backgrounds that are just phenomenal.
Resistance, I'm guessing.
It's I don't know where the picture's taken, but
no, it's not.
It's a Rebel base.
Yeah. It has a look of Rise, but the Rise doesn't have
a little bit like it. Well, let me say that again. It's a Resistance base, not a Rebel base. Yeah. Jason's totally fine with Grogu in every Star Wars show, and yeah, why not? As long as it fits the timeline.
Jason's a huge fan.
We can go 50 years back before the events of the Mandalorian. He could show up there. There's Jabba's palace that you were talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool looking. Or Hoth.
There we go.
Or put yourself on the Millennium Falcon. Those are all super cool. If you go to StarWars.com, you will find just a ton of. Let me slow that down.
For Zoom.
Yeah, let me say it's cool as can be. You know, the Death Star control room. This is just cool stuff. If you're on Zoom meetings for work and need a background, there's some cool ones here for certain.
I really want to get a hold of I want to hack into my boss's computer and do background. And I want to use that cat filter.
Cat filter in Zoom. Yeah. I know exactly.
I want to use that, lock that on his computer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't think there's any backgrounds here with Grogu, but I love that there's a whole bunch of Hoth. Like that. That could
go outside and do that. I could open my curtains.
That's what I was just going to say. This one right here, Stan, that you could do outside.
Yeah. I just open my curtains and put my computer in front of a window.
You can't do that one. Or here's Jakku.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's Star Destroyer, a little different, a little light speed action, and of course inside the Falcon. Inside the Falcon's awesome. That's good stuff.
A light speed one where it's moving would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Kind of like they have that one that comes built in with the trees blowing in the wind.
Yes, and there are some others like that. I saw a loop that was Chewbacca, just kind of that you could put him next to you, and he's your co-pilot for the meeting.
There's a
Rebel base. Maybe that was a Resistance base.
That definitely was Resistance base. Yeah.
That looks that way too. But my point is, there's a ton of them here, and they're all free. All you got to do is head over to StarWars.com or Google Star Wars backgrounds, and it takes you right to StarWars.com. And there's a Resistance base that looks like what we looked at before, but they just keep coming and coming, Stan.
Sure, why not? You know, that's cool for them to do that. It doesn't cost them anything for them to put that up there, and it gives them free advertising when people are doing their Zoom meetings. They go, "Hey, what's that behind you?" Oh,
what is that? Oh, yeah, that's some obscure thing, and then you know who the fans are and who aren't. Right?
Yeah.
There was some other. Speaking of Grogu, Stan. Speaking of Grogu, Boys of the Year.
Yes.
I wonder how many of these Jason has, because there is 5 Toys of the Year awards that Marvel went through. Do you have any of these? That's my question.
I'm trying to not buy stuff.
Let's look at the first one. Yeah. Look at behind you and look at behind me, and then say I'm trying
to not buy.
Winner of Interactive Toy of the Year. I've not. You know, I got to admit, I had this on pre-order before it came out, and I canceled it. I just I'm okay. I got too many other things, right? My little R2D2 sitting here, and I'm good with my little R2D2.
Yeah, I still collect the lightsabers. Yeah, I have all the FX lightsabers. Jason, he probably has all 5 of the 5 of the Toys of the Year.
Well, we're gonna find out right now, because there's number 1. I'm going to assume he's got number 1. Now here's the cool part. Number 2, I have right here.
Yeah.
Construction.
And yours is more accurate than the one that's on the screen right now.
Yeah, because mine's in pieces.
Right.
I'm not happy about that. I love the Razor Crest. I really do. I think it's such an awesome ship. It's so kind of iconic Star Wars. It's got a hint of those old Clone War transports, but different. Yeah, but no, don't have. I do have this one in the box. Unopened.
I have a Constructee on Toy of the Year.
Yeah, ION. It kind of that got messed up.
An Italian version of Construction.
Yeah, Constructee. That's my cut.
I was actually building a Lego set just before we went on the air. I was doing a Wally Lego.
Oh, nice! I remember that set. That was one of the big sets, right?
It's not that big. It's a medium size.
Got it.
Yeah, it's not as big as like the Cinderella Castle or the Razor
Right.
Crest. Yeah,
I've been working on putting lights in my Cinderella Castle, as a matter of fact.
Nice. That's what Jason does. He puts lights in all his Lego sets.
Puts lights in them. I got lights in the big Falcon that I have, and in the I'm working on the castle. Haven't quite finished it yet. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is the plush 11-inch. I guess that's just cute, right?
Yeah.
You can make one of those, Stan.
I could. I really could. I really should.
Yeah. Looks like a pretty basic outfit on him.
I could do the hands. I could do the outfit. Oh, the outfit would be no problem. That would be the easy part.
Yeah. It's getting the rest of him. I'm assuming that coat comes off him, but I don't know. So that was 3. I missed one of the toys because they said there were 5. We talked about 3, and they also won for the best license of the year.
Yeah, so it was the license of the year was the 5th award that Star Wars got. The other one was the first one that you showed was Toy of the Year, and it won 2 awards. The animatronic.
Oh, that one too.
It won 2 awards. Yeah, it won the Toy of the Year and the
innovative Toy of the Year. I got it. It was even in my slide, dude.
Yeah,
I even had it right there in my slide.
Yeah, the interactive Yoda won 2 awards this year in the Toy Awards or last year.
No, I think that it says and.
Yeah, Toy of the Year
and. All right, I missed the and.
So Star Wars, I basically Mandalorian won 5 awards because it won the innovative Toy of the Year, the Toy of the Year, the plush of the year, the construction of the year, and the branding of the year.
What I noticed about that in they listed, there were 3 different manufacturers of those. One was Hasbro, one was Mattel, and the other one was Lego.
Yeah,
and I thought that was kind of cool. Talk about spreading the love, right?
Yeah,
Lucasfilm spreading the love. Speaking of that,
I got a feeling that there's probably more Marvel young fans that are into Marvel than there are Star Wars these days.
And maybe Mandalorian will change that moving forward, but you're probably right. I mean, the movies are more recent, and there's so many of them.
Yeah, but the toys are still like Star Wars still tops them.
Well, that's because people like us buy them and don't open them.
Yeah, but like you and I are buying the plush of the year.
No, I'm not buying that.
Yeah,
I didn't buy any of those. Well, but like you said before, the Black Series, you have all the lightsabers. Speaking of Black Series, there's a new one coming. I don't know if you saw this with a voice changer built in.
Oh man.
Right. As I'm looking at my Darth Vader and my Boba Fett and the Mandalorian's on pre-order, which hasn't come in yet. That comes
I better not get into the helmet. So that's gonna be a scary road for me to. How much is that? $500?
No, they're around 100, I think.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then.
99. It's not bad. Well, that's in the US, so like 200 in Canada.
Oh, so 500 in Canada after shipping and taxes and duty.
Did you pre-order the Darksaber?
I tried to. It was sold out before the pre-order was sold out before I could get to it.
Pre-order was sold out.
Yeah.
So, Jason, do you have all 5 of those? Those are the questions. Section 3.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, I have to get that Darksaber because it's such a unique one.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I have the toy Darksaber. I don't have the toy one from Rebels when that came out.
Yeah. I'll pick it up. I'm sure they're not going to make a limited run on them.
No. They'll make more. We'll make more. You're fine.
I want to get the Ahsoka grips that they have at Galaxy's Edge.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they fit the light blades. Like, the Galaxy Edge blades are removable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I got mine right here actually.
You got the blade here. Put that in there. I don't.
Yeah, so the blade comes out, of course, but the blades fit into the Ahsoka blades or handles.
Into the handles. Got it. And you can buy a longer blade than that, right?
This is the longer blade. You can buy a shorter one.
So how long are they? It's a question I had to get answered. One's 36 inches, and I don't know how long the other one is.
I think, or something like that.
28 and 36? Okay.
Yeah.
So then the one I have, which came with it, is 28.
No, the build your own?
Yes. That's 36.
That's the 36. Okay. That's the bigger one. I'm pretty sure.
All right. That a build your own right there? Or is that a...
Yeah, that's with the tooth.
Yeah. Yeah. What set was that part of? Mine was part of the power set. Mine's as close to Darth Vader as you can get.
Nature set.
Nature. All right. This is power and control.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
there goes your.
I just tried to turn it on, but there's no blade in it, so it won't work.
Oh, mine has no batteries in it. And I got all of them.
Sure that fits.
They're all.
There you go. Anything else happening, Stan?
Ooh, that one has batteries.
There you go.
Didn't think it had batteries in it.
Now, I do have my my holocrons handy.
Yeah.
I always have to have a holocron handy. Sith holocron.
They were showing those at Celebration, and I didn't understand them then, and I still don't really understand what's the purpose of having them. Like,
it makes cool. Well, you could put your crystal in. I don't have a crystal in, but
yeah, you put the crystals in, and I guess
you gotta do a thing all on those.
They talk, but they're not interactive or anything like that. Like, you can't ask it questions. Like, it would be cool.
It's not like a Magic 8 Ball. That would be cool if it was like a Magic 8 Ball. I agree.
Yeah, right. Or even like an Alexa, we can ask it Star Wars trivia or something like that.
That would be cool.
I'm only one person. I can't come up with all the ideas.
I like that idea. That's a good idea.
That'd be awesome to have that. Then I'd get it.
I understood. So, dude, I think we covered all the big news that's going on. I can't wait to see if Mando can win on the 28th. We got some new toys, some backgrounds. Fennec being in both the Bad Batch and Mando. That's kind of cool because that gives us some backstory to look for. Maybe they'll drop an Easter egg or two, or it could be kind of neat. So she's a sharpshooter. That's all we know about her, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming she's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, that I don't know.
Because that's what I just kind of assumed.
How's she going to end up tangled up with the Bad Batch? That'll be interesting.
Yeah. It could be that they get hired to go after. She gets hired to go after the Bad Batch because they're not following Order 66.
Maybe
if she's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's right. Because if she's a bounty hunter, she could be on either side of this thing.
Yeah, because they could be wanted men by the Empire because they're not obeying Order 66.
Sure, they're doing the opposite.
That would be a good storyline. May 4th. Like do you think we're going to get another big announcement at all or anything? Or
I'm sure there'll be some merchandise come out.
Oh yeah, that's
I would love to hear something about the Book of Boba Fett, a date and anything
other than Christmas 2021.
And I'm okay with that. So May, I don't know if they'd be in a position to announce a date in May, but we're waiting for both. Well, we're waiting for the Book of Boba Fett after Bad Batch.
How about a trailer on May 4th of
anything?
That'd be cool.
I'm good with any of that. Any piece of data they can give us to help us, go, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we're gonna get something. You know we will.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
For certain.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
For certain. Hey, thanks to those that hung out with us tonight. I don't know if you have any parting words or not.
Me?
Yeah.
When in
doubt, mumble. That's right. Don't you have an echo right there?
Yeah, Echo's right here. He's usually holding the sign, but yeah.
When in doubt, mumble. Yeah. That's cool. And the hand on Echo is from Fives in the episode, right?
Yeah. That's how he gets the handprint. That's how you can tell it's Echo, because he has the handprint of Fives on him.
Yeah, and that's I like how they do that, because at some point you have to give them a little personality and allow us to distinguish between them. Otherwise, they're just all the same, and that's what's so great about the Clone Wars.
And make Bradley Baker. Make his job harder, because then he has to come up with a little bit different voice for each one.
Yeah, which he does a great job of. He's still the voice of all the Clone Wars. He's the voice of all of the Bad Batch, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, and that it gives him that same sort of grounded in the same voice, but a little bit different when he just changes the inflection a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I always thought that was cool.
Exactly.
So, thank you guys. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you guys. We'll see you next time. Remember, wompratradio.com, Instagram for a daily calendar, Facebook, and the website. We will see you next time. May the Force be.
Thanks for watching and listening to WRRT Womp Rat Radio Tatooine.
Goodbye, old friend. May the Force be with you.
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 May the Force be with us all.
And may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with us.
May the Force be with you.
And may the Force be with us.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you both.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with us.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Remember,
The Force will be with you. Always.
the Force is with you, young Skywalker.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be